Hey peoples, it's Retro Gamers Guru from the Synergists, and we're back for some more Mario Kart. As you have known from my update video along with Black Boy of the Synergists, I have to re-record some of the videos because of the fact that some of them did not turn out so well. And I thought, since one actually worked in between the ones that did not, I thought I might as well just redo that as well. So fortunately, it's in one full area, so I am going to be going through one particular part. I'm going to be going through this full line of cups. Now, as you can tell from my ratings, I did mostly well except for certain ones, where, in terms of 3-star rating gold cups, but that's not the point. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. This is the this shell cup, which actually is the first one in the line of cups that actually has remade tracks from previous Mario Karts, going along with the tradition of previous Mario Kart games, like Mario Kart DS, Wii, and Mario Kart 7, and now this game. Ever since then. Actually, the funny thing, they're technically the first Mario Kart in order to remake tracks, or show them off again, is Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance. But that was only with all of the SNES tracks, because there's a whole lot of tracks in Mario Kart Super Circuit. It has the most tracks in the entire series, but we're not here to talk about Super Circuit, we're here to talk about games like Mario Kart 8, which released months ago. Yeah. So anyway, now that I am back in order to redo these certain stages, how have you guys been? Now, I've been doing very swell. I am out of my job, and I'm also getting ready for another year of studying and stuff, but aside from that, the channel has actually gotten some more attention, which I'm actually really happy about. I've been working to try to make this channel a lot more presentable, along with Black Buddha, as you probably have seen on the front page of the channel with the channel art and the channel pic. We were trying to go for a uniform design that I think turned out pretty well. I kind of like the orange and black color scheme that I chose for this channel. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about the channel, and I have gone on throughout most of this track without even talking about it. This is based off of a Wii track, so it wasn't even, it was only one console generation away that we actually get to see a remade version of, or a redone version of this track already. And as you could tell, there wasn't much anti-gravity system in this track particularly, but it still is a very nice track in order to play on. It isn't that chaotic unless you run into cows, but other than that, it's not really that bad. So now that we're done with that track, now we go to one that's actually much more interesting. As you can see, this is based off of the track from Super Circuit, Mario Circuit. And I can tell you for sure, this is not the same track. Because, for one thing, this is Mario Kart 8. And the fact is that Super Circuit was generations away, and plus, this is the first game to have anti-gravity systems. So in this case, this thing that I'm driving on right now was not here in the original Super Circuit track. So I find this pretty cool, and it's actually very interesting to play on. I wonder if I would actually be glad if because there's probably going to be more Mario Kart games. With the future Mario Kart games to still have the anti-gravity system and redo other tracks like this, because I think this is actually pretty sweet. So yeah, I think, as you can probably tell, this part of the track that I'm about to drive on is basically the main part of the track that really draws attention to it. Otherwise, it's a pretty easy track to play on and stuff. The color scheme kind of looks similar to that of an SNES track with all the red, yellow, blue, and green blocks on the sides. Yeah, that's pretty much how things were designed. And if you go off here, then you get this tiny little thing that can give you an extra item and a boost. So that's a pretty nifty way. Since I've been in first place, I can't really show off any shortcuts because I don't get any mushrooms right in this particular track because of the fact that, well, because I'm in first. So anyway, yeah. Don't forget to get the coins. The coins are actually pretty easy to get on this track because of how much they're always in curves and all. And plus they're close by the manholes. But yeah, make sure you get 10 coins because then you can maintain your speed in the lead. Maintain the speed in your lead? Maintain your lead first. So anyway, yeah, that track was definitely different from the original track on the Game Boy Advance. Actually, I wonder what it would be like if Mario Kart actually was on the Game Boy or the Game Boy Color. It's probably going to be very simplistic considering the power of that system was very limited. But anyways, now we are on to this track, which I wasn't paying attention, so I couldn't see. I think it was on the DS, but I wasn't really paying attention to what it really was from. I think it was from the DS, but I am probably wrong knowing me and not really noticing details first time when I am still talking about a particular topic. Now, I find it easier in order to drive along the sand right here rather than driving through the water right over there, but you can still do so because there are some items that you can get in the water and stuff like that, but nothing that you can't get on land. So I still consider it good in order to drive on the land. It's pretty nifty in order to do tricks on this track because there's plenty of opportunities to do so. So far we've... Actually, I should probably stop talking about that. I'm not going to jinx myself because every time that I've said I'm doing swell or I'm doing bad, something else happens immediately after it, and I... Like so! I'm not gonna want to do anything of the sort just so that I can maintain my lead. And surprisingly, even after hitting a tree, I am still in first place, which usually does not happen to me. I mean, I was just practicing just a few moments ago with other people, and I just ran into an obstacle, and I lost my place by at least 8 places. And you can probably guess it was from online races because of the fact that it's only human players that are able to really outsmart other players like that. Well, I guess not outsmart, just outpace the other players like that because... Oh, jeez. Well, so the water didn't really hinder my progress, so good. But... yeah, watch out for those crabs, otherwise you're going to be in deep trouble. So yeah, the online races are pretty nice, and I wasn't paying attention there. Okay. So yeah, the drifting really does save you on this track, as you could tell. And I keep on forgetting that this is the first Mario Kart game to really see that your tires are making imprints in the sand and to the ground and all. Still find that pretty nice. It's a very nice touch to the game. Alright, so we're about to head into the last track of the circuit. So it's actually, I think this is a nice track if this is the right one that I'm thinking of. This is not the one that I was thinking of, but this is also a very interesting track, so it still applies here. Now, welcome to Toad's Turnpike and phone. Okay, I am finally back. I had to deal with that phone call because it was actually pretty important. So, anyway, yeah, I just missed an item box. This track isn't. This is based off of the Nintendo 64 stage, Toad's Turnpike, which is actually a kind of a boring stage in the originals, in my opinion, because, for one thing, the cars were just plain old hazards, and you couldn't really do anything with them. I mean, it's like that. And the only real thing about the items is that they would be on the sides, like these coins right here. Those coins would are in the place of what would be items in the original stage. And it was just a plain old figure 8. So there wasn't really anything in order to see on it. But here, you get these ramps that you can use. So I actually find it pretty sweet, and I just messed this up because of how much the wind current just ruined it. Anyways, let's go ahead and almost get hit by a green shell. Jeez. So I'm just gonna keep on avoiding stuff. There's the trick. Okay, and here's another trick, and hitting the car all over the place. That's something you don't want to do, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's go ahead and speed things up. Okay, good. Donkey Kong's not that bad of a character, and I haven't tried him before, so I'm, in that respect, at the blind run, I guess, but I know the track, and also with the fact that I just played as Bowser a lot right before this, so I guess this kind of makes sense as to why I'm able to use Donkey Kong so well. Woohoo! I messed up the trick. Alright, let's try. I messed up 2 tricks. Okay. This is a very nice end to a grand tournament like that. Grand tournament? Why, yeah, would I call it a grand tournament? It's not even close to being one. Okay, yeah, so let's just go ahead and. Yeah, let's just finish off in style. That's not finishing off in style, but I didn't have control over that, so it doesn't really matter. So this was a pretty neat way in order to show off the retro tracks and all. Let's just to see the how tracks could be redone in this game, and it wasn't that difficult, but I'm not really complaining about that. So, after you get done with all 4 of those tracks, you get this, as usual. I don't know why Wario's being shown off like that, but... Oh, it was because I did a trick off of him. Apparently I was the nemesis of Wario within that race, but anyway, after a while, it actually shows you what place you got in each race, and then after that, you get shown your trophy, and if you didn't get a trophy, whether it was gold, or a stamp from Miiverse if you were playing a new character. I'm not posted to Miiverse yet. Emphasis on yet. But, so anyway, yeah. And if I didn't have to emphasize it enough, you can twist around your trophy on the Wii U gamepad. You're gonna have one of those if you get a Wii U, obviously, because they still have the requirement of needing to use this just to turn the system on. I don't know why they still do that. I mean, I kind of would like to just use my Pro Controller, or have a bundle with this controller in it, because if they could actually change the software programming to which you can use the gamepad only as like a peripheral, then that would be nice. Because it confused people for the longest time that it was just a Wii accessory, which is not the case. For any of you who still think that. If any of you who don't think that anymore, welcome aboard to the real world. Okay, that was kind of rude. Sorry. But anyway, yeah. If you, what I was about to say here with the, you can change the angle of how the trophy is shown by using the Wii Pro Controller's left control stick. Anyway, before I make myself distracted again, if you don't get a trophy, like whether it's gold, silver, or bronze, you get Lakitu just clapping for you, like saying, "Nice try." So that was that. And now that was taken care of, I am going to go on ahead and set this thing up again. So, in the next race, I'm not going to be doing another Grand Prix in this episode, so... Anyway, in the next episode, I am going to be I'm going to be on this bike here. And, let's see here. I'm going to be using buttons as wheels. And... apparently... No... Yeah, the Peach Parasol for Wario. And I'm actually going to show this off. I'm going to be using the Bowser Kite in the next episode. So in the next episode, we're going to be doing the Banana Cup. And hopefully this time I will get a 3-star rating with the Banana Cup. And it... Okay, yeah, the Cheep Beach was from the DS, so I wasn't wrong about that. Good. So anyway, in the next episode, we will be showing off more of the retro tracks, remastered edition. And one of them I actually know quite well. From the previous Mario Kart game. That's what I was talking about. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Mario Kart 8. This has been the Retro Gamers Guru of the Synergists. I say that we play not only the new, but the old too. But we are sticking with new for right now, so anyway, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.
Oh my! Oh, Woody!
Within these fires, and we'll try to knock you into the flames below.